Hello students, welcome back to 11th session. In last two sessions, particularly 9th session and 10th session, we discussed in detail how to calculate arithmetic mean if class intervals are given as open-end class intervals, and even we discussed how to solve problem if case series are given as less than series. So we know that in case of less than series, frequencies given are cumulative from direct order, means from top to bottom. So frequency of first class interval is 4 only, but frequency of second class interval is 10 minus 4. Frequency of third class interval is 15 minus 10. So like that we reframe the problem and applied the formula to arrive at the arithmetic mean. So in this session we are concentrating on more than series. So what is more than series? So try to understand. In case of more than series, just like what is that? Less than series, frequencies are cumulative in nature but in reverse order. So in case of less than series, cumulatives are frequency but in direct order, means from top to bottom it is cumulative. But when series are given as more than series, so definitely it is not from top to bottom it is cumulative, it is cumulative from bottom to top. So it is reverse, means cumulative frequencies are cumulative but in what order? Reverse order. So then we have to reframe the problem just like how we reframed less than series. So how to reframe the problem? First we have to concentrate on class intervals. So you have to frame the class intervals. See, more than 75, more than 85, more than 95. You just identify difference between these given figures or values of wages. It is 10. So we should frame a class interval having class width of 10. So as it is more than series, the lower class limit of first class interval is 75. In case if it is less than, then this will become upper class limit. As it is more than, this will become lower class limit. For 75 you have to add 10, so that upper class limit of first class interval will become 85. Again, next 85 is the lower class limit of second class interval. Add 10, 95 will become upper class limit of second class interval. Like that you have to identify class interval for all series. At last, so for 145 you have to add 10. So 145 plus 10 means 155. Last class interval is 145 to 155. First class interval is 75 to 85. Next one 85 to 95. 95 to 105. 105 to 115. 115 to 125. 125 to 135. 135 to 145. 145 to 155 only. You can add only 10. So this is how you have to construct the class interval or reframe the problem. Then as far as frequency is concerned, for the last class interval, frequency is 25 because all frequencies are cumulative from bottom to top, means in a reverse order. For last class interval, frequency is 25. If you want to know the frequency of last but one class interval, frequency is 40 minus 25, 15. Frequency of next class interval from bottom 60 minus 40, 20. Frequency of next class interval 70 minus 60, 10. So as frequencies, given frequencies are cumulative from bottom, not from top. So you should start identifying frequency of each class interval from bottom, not from top. Means from reverse order, not in direct order. So you just see how I frame the problem. This is how I reframe the problem. Wages, as it is more than 75, 75 will become lower class limit. 75 plus 10, 85 plus 10, 95 plus 10, like that. Last one more than 145, 145 plus 10. So number of workers, I started from bottom, not from top. So 25 is the frequency given in the problem. So 60 minus 25, 15. Just see 40 minus 25, 15. 60 minus 40, 20. 70 minus 60, 10. 95 minus 70, 25. 115 minus 95, 114 minus 95, 115 minus 140. Like that I arrived. You just see how I arrived. So 25, 15, 20, 10, 25, 20, 25, 10. Sum of this should be 150. There, in case of less than series, the frequency should be cumulative of last class interval given in the problem. As far as more than series is concerned, sum of frequency, that is n, should be cumulative frequency of first one given in the problem. This is how to identify. So try to understand. Once we reframe the problem, then as usual you can apply direct method or you can go for applying step deviation method. Deviation method is applied when class interval is not having common width. But in this problem, class intervals are having common width. So I applied step deviation method. So first I calculated midpoint of given class interval. We know how to calculate midpoint. How to calculate midpoint? So easy. So 75 to 85. 75 plus 85 divided by 2. 85 plus 95 divided by 2. 95 plus 105 divided by 2. Once midpoint is identified, then lowest midpoint should be taken as assumed mean. This is A. Then I have to arrive at D dash. D dash is M minus A divided by 10. 80 minus 80 divided by 10 is 0. 90 minus 80 divided by 10 is 1. 100 minus 80 divided by 10 is 2. So like that I calculated D dash. Then I multiply D dash with F. F means frequency I calculated from bottom to top, not from top to bottom. Try to understand. So 10 into 0, 25 into 1, 20 into 2, 25 into 3, like that 20, 25 into 7. So I arrived at FD dash. Sum of FD dash is 545. Then I applied step deviation formula. X bar is equal to A plus summation FD dash divided by N into C. C means class width. So I arrived at answer as 116.33 is average wages to be payable to workers. So paid to workers. So this is all about how to calculate arithmetic mean in case if series are given in terms of more than series. We just look at next problem. Calculate arithmetic mean of following data. 700 to 800, 600 to 700, 500 to 600, 400 to 500, 300 to 400. Here value of variable is given in descending order. Means lowest value of variable is given at the end, highest value of variable is given at the beginning. So you need not reframe the problem. It is not necessary on your part to reframe the problem. It is not more than series problem. It is not less than series problem. It is as usual normal problem where we have all information. So, but only thing is when you look at the class interval, it is in descending order. Highest was first, lowest was last. Descending order. So you need not rechange the problem. You just write as it is, then apply the formula, whichever be the formula. You just look at the class width. Class width is 100. 700 minus 600, 600 minus 500, 500 minus 400. It's common class width. So better to apply which formula? Step deviation formula. Here step deviation formula is applied. So they arrived at answer of 484.67. So try to understand. We solve problems on calculation of arithmetic mean in case of individual series, in case if the given series is discrete in nature and given series is continuous in nature. When it comes to continuous series, there are three methods: direct method, deviation method, step deviation. Direct can be applicable to all type of problem. Step deviation also applicable to all type of problem. But when class width is not uniform, then you go for deviation method. So again, if continuous series is given in less than series form or in more than series form or in open-end class interval form, how to solve the problem? So how to reframe the problem, then how to solve the problem. So that is what we discussed. In case if clear-cut problem is given where values of variable is given in reverse order, just like this problem. So you need not reframe the problem, you just try to solve the problem. So this is all about calculation of arithmetic mean. So we'll see how to calculate combined arithmetic mean after understanding the concept combined arithmetic mean, particularly in next session. Till that, take care.